say is we should learn to be flexible. We must learn to go with the flow sometimes. Even though we have a lot of knowledge, we have a lot of theory. Many things you have to go with the flow. You cannot cling onto the thing and hang on to the thing even though you know it's not right. Even though you know it's not working for you in life. When you know it's not working, you have to need to transform. If you do not transform, you are the only one who suffer. Okay. I give you another example. Yeah, it's worse than attachment. Yeah? It's attached with a strong emotion of unable to let go, the clinging. The holding on, the clinging. So this kind of clinging is very dangerous. So another true story that I'm going to tell you from the experience is this. One of my my granduncle, my uncle's father, how do you call it? Uncle's father, granduncle, right?
Great uncle.
Huh?
Great uncle.
Great uncle. One of my great uncle, or great auntie, sorry, I got mistaken, great auntie, when she passed on, because there was something she couldn't let go, you know, she couldn't let go at that time. Nobody knew what it was, but when she passed, the last breath when she passed, her hand was like that. Her hand was like, they couldn't close the coffin. The hand was stiff. This is a real incident, it's not a drama, yeah. She was holding on to that, the thought, and not letting go. And then nobody know how, what happened. And then one person realized, one of that means the son's daughter, that means her grandchild. Her grandchild was overseas, not there yet. She was actually, the clinging thought was waiting for this grandchild to come back, her favorite granddaughter. And so when the monks recited the prayer, and when the minute the grandchild came into the house, paid respect, the hand came down. These are the scenes that you will never experience. But it is what impermanence is. We should not cling into all these emotions. If you cling into these emotions, time for you to grow, all these emotions will be replayed. Another example that if you do not accept impermanence is a story that was recently, last year in the newspaper. One of the gentlemen passed on when he was in the late 60s, and then the daughter dreamt about him, that he was calling the daughter, come to this shop at such a road near Sim Lim Tower in Singapore. This is in Singapore, the incident. Okay. That Sim Lim Tower there. So the daughter was like, when she woke up from the dream, because it was so real, the dream, she just had to go to this pet shop in the near Sim Lim Tower, you know. And when she went there and saw the pet shop, she couldn't understand why. Then the other siblings came. The brother, elder brother, younger brother came. Ayah, Jomikai, I dreamt father was in this shop. All the siblings had the same dream. The father was in the shop. And when all of them arrived, there was this the frog. Tinkai, is it called frog? The paddy frog. Facing them. Suddenly they realized, you know, this could be their father. Why? When the father was alive, his favorite hobby was catching tinkai for porridge, you know. Was catching this. So, if you think that fishing is a good hobby, catching all these animals are going, think twice. Let it go. It's not permanent. That hobby, that fun, that joy is not permanent. The only permanent joy is your spiritual achievement. So what happened? Then they quickly brought over the frog, okay, sent to the, how you say, the monastery. He just sent to the monastery, then they did prayer, sort of like feng sang. And you know what? When the frog, then when they let it in the river, the frog turned back. When he was supposed to be jumping from the pond, he turned back, and then like, it's just like bowing back, jump into the pond. Because they don't know what happened. That consciousness was in the frog. It was in the papers. So we must accept impermanence. Nothing. All the emotions that we have in our life, okay, is just a journey, part of our journey. Transform it for positive. Like the doctor. He was angry with the doctor, the governor. The governor was angry with the doctor because the doctor said he had menstruation. At that moment he didn't realize, but he used that anger and transformed. Because during our passing on, 49 days we will take rebirth. If you don't rebirth, then you will depend on people burning the Sir prayer. You will need to smell to get your energy being will be wandering around. You know why there are so many haunted castles in Britain, haunted castles in Scotland. These energy beings are there. They still think they are the warlock there. Okay. They are not letting go. Every 7 days, you have an opportunity to take rebirth. And every 7 days, your karmic will be the result. Whatever causes that you have in your present life will be manifested within that 7 days. If you have the blessing to have good children, good friends who do prayers for you during that time, there's a possibility you see the light and you follow the light. Otherwise, you will go through this suffering until the 49 days. If you still don't realize, that is the time. It depends on how much good you've done and where you are. But once you fall into the animal realm, my God, that pain will be beyond suffering, beyond pain, beyond pain. No word to describe. Okay. When you are born in the animal realm. So accept things, everything that exists is impermanent. So it's no use to cling on to all your angers, cling on to all your hatred, cling on to all your, how you say, desires. Prada. What? Coach. What are the famous background?
LV.
LV. Oh my God. It's no use to cling on all this. Yes, okay. Get it. Rolex. Why one time I go to Petaling Street and buy a Rolex, you know, because I was clinging to my Rolex. Dare not wear the original Rolex that people take. I had an original Rolex. My son gave it to me. I was like, oh yeah, how to wear this Rolex? It's so nice, so pretty. So buy a Petaling Street, buy another Rolex and wear out. See Rolex. Oh, talking also. Because in those days when you are in the samsara, okay, you have to do like this to show you are wearing a Rolex. You know. When you are talking, these things are, oh, what's the type? Oh, yeah, That's how the samsara world is about. Have to let people know that you got a Rolex, you got a platinum card, so that people can come to you, buddy. But these friends are not the true friends. The true friends are the ones who tell you in the face that you should change something like that. When they feel, then listen a bit. If you don't listen, when the time comes, it's too late because, how you say, unable to connect up already. So therefore, impermanence, there's a very old song, One of my Qigong masters loved to sing this song. I also love this song. How many of you heard about Doris Day? How many of you Doris Day? Wow, well, that's good, man. So, you don't know Doris Day, Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera, what will be, will be. So you see, even this song in the old days was talking about impermanence. We don't need to be so stubborn. We need to so cling. We have to learn to change. I have again give you another example. Okay? Why I'm giving all these examples? These are my life journey that I go through. And these are the things that has worked for me. Can you imagine from being a person who talks about this feast to a person who is now talking about Dharma? Can you imagine? I can't imagine I'm here, but neither some of my friends who imagine I'm here. Because it can be done. You can transform. There was a time when you look at me in the face, I will just take out my glove. Thai me ya, then sing what? You can transform. So this is my journey. I was like, even today, even today, things happen. I like to have things, especially the garden, I need to be this planted like that, this planted like that. But my kind daughter-in-law and my beautiful grandchildren, they will plant this here, plant that, they plant. I go to, alamak, this one become a jungle already, never mind. Not only that, they put the soil here, do this planting, then they leave everything there. I say, ayya, this is all clutter. Ayya, you don't do it, I do it. One time I do it, 2 times I do it, 3 times I do it. You tell already, you always tell them 3 times. If they don't do it, don't talk anymore. Same thing happened in the days when I was practicing as Dharma practitioner. How many of you play golf? Nobody play golf. Have you been to a golf field? Okay. It's beautiful, isn't it? I was a member of this Sultan Abdul Aziz golf Shah Alam. I was a member there. In fact, one of the first member, 0230, my membership, because the boss was a good friend, Dr. Jimmy. So we got the membership there even before the club was up. So one day I was walking, then how come these people all drinking all the bottles and all the tin cans around there? I feeling uneasy, how come such a prestigious club, they have all these cans and all this throwing around. I want to make a complaint, I want to go and talk to this fellow. Finally, when I was walking halfway, I just walk over, pick everything into a plastic bag. And when the other guys saw me doing it, shoot, they came automatically to do it, pick it up. So why complain? Why talk about it? Just do it. Show the example. So it's only our ego that's hurt most of the time. Why they do it, I don't do it. You know. There's another story. Is before I came to this class, you know, I saw on the TV by accident the channel came on. The trials of Kate something, the trials of Kate McCall or something. A young lawyer. In summary, she was like, everything go by the book. And the life was miserable because she went by the book. And then she was stressed, she became drunk, and she drinks to forget all these challenges. Why she followed the book? For example, she was fighting for this girl who says that she was raped and she was tortured and she under trial for murder. And when she spoke to this girl was like, wow, really doing a good drama, showed in front of her. And she fought and accused the policeman of raping her. And in such a way, in the court, make the police prove that the policeman was actually one of the rapists from the testimony. So this policeman was like, for nothing was suspended. And later, when this girl was Fred, the murderer, the girl she was fighting for in case was Fred, free, the judge said, okay, you are innocent. Suddenly this girl became what she was, a trump. And then when you talk to the parents say, you got cheated. She is like, she will get her own way, you know. Then she looked into the drawers and all to find a chain. During the time of the case, gave her a chain and found a book. My God, this girl was talking the story from the book, telling her the story from the book, how this man took the gun and raped her, and then there was an initial in the gun, and then so happened the man's gun had his initial. That's why the police was guilty. So the judge said, you're lying to me in court. But actually it was a make-up story, twist. And then she was like, my God, she helped a murderer, she helped free a murderer. And then she became a drunken again, drinker again. Then the father told her, okay, now your life story has been from the marriage, during the study age until now working, she is going through all this by following the book, strictly following the law, and in the end backfired. So now she wants to do what should be done, justice. That is what she wants, justice. So apologize to the police, apologize to the public prosecutor. She was able to go to the ground to apologize, say I got new grounds that this woman was really guilty. And then the case was recalled, and then from the questioning, the girl broke down and said, yes, she killed the other woman. She learned to be flexible. Then suddenly her life become like, you know, wow, everything become like clear. It's not that she wanted to do it, but that was the way, the truth. She spoke the truth, not by the book force way, but through a way where things should work by itself, the flow. Not by forcing, just let it work by itself. So that is why, once you understand everything is impermanent, we do not need to hold on to our anger, to hold on to our hatred, to hold on to our pride. Because these are the things, when the time comes for us to leave, we will not be in peace. And I tell you why it is so. It's not something about a novel. It doesn't come from a novel. And I tell you, the gist of it is, my mother, when she passed on, again she showed me this experience. although she was not a true spiritual in the sense that practitioner, Dharma practitioner, every time she go to listen to Rinpoche talk, she will fall asleep. But she will respect every holy statue, every temple, every monastery, wherever she go, she will pay her respect. Irrelevant mosque, irrelevant Indian temple, Nato Kong, whatever, she will just put her hand in respect. But the time she passed on, when the time Chinese New Year, okay, she had an operation on the womb to remove her womb. During that time, she learned about Amitabha. Why she learned about Amitabha? Because one day when I went to see her, I said her eyes was like swollen. She said, how come you don't sleep? I said, I cannot sleep, I dare not sleep. Every time I sleep, I dream of all my dead friends coming to me to talk to me. I dream of my mother, my father coming to talk to me. Scary. I cannot sleep every time. I say about daytime, even daytime sometimes they come. So I told her, next time when they come, you teach her, hey, I teach you all money, pay me home. Huh? No money, no come home. No. Omitofo. Namo Omitofo, Namo Omitofo. Ah, that one easy. That one is easy. Omitofo, Omitofo. Namo Omitofo, Namo Omitofo. That one easy. So she then told my sisters to tell people to go and together with her to practice this Namo Omitofo, the Mahayana. After one day, 2 days, second day, went to see her. When I saw her, she was like, son, you really work, you know. When I dream of this, when I told them to chant Amitabha, they are so happy. Suddenly they become like, you know, that's good. So what now? So now I go to every floor, every bed, people scared, I tell them to chant Amitabha. So the 2 months she was in university, she was doing this prayer for everybody in the bedside. Everybody going for operation, don't be scared, you chant Amitabha. Namo Omitofo. She go to the floor. She's famous in the hospital, people know her. And then the doctor, Chinese New Year coming. Chinese New Year Eve. You need to eat that tin in fat. Reunion dinner. So the doctor very kind. Oh, your mother now is healthy, you know, according to this record. She can take leave. I didn't know in hospital you need to take leave, you know. You can't check out and you can take leave. Okay. So my mother says, take leave? Yeah, take leave. You got to come back and stay after your holidays. I said, oh, okay. So from the reunion until the 3rd day, she said, you come back when the office opened on the 2nd day. I said, okay. So the doctor signed and took her back for the reunion dinner. Alright. During the reunion, she was able to eat. She was able to eat. And then that time, we had this the VHS tape, famous Zhao Yinfat and all the other people, Mun Chan Yin or something like that.
Mong
Zhong Yan. You know better than me. So we hired all the full set of show for her to watch. So we said, Mom, you watch the show, we will go to another friend's party, nearby. So we went. Within 1 hour, the maid was calling, come back, ma'am, it's in difficulty. Oh, we quickly went back. And you know what? All I learned about Bado, she taught me from her side. Immediately when I saw her in the room, she says, son, I'm discharging the urine, shit clearing non-stop, cannot control. I think it's time for me to go. I cannot breathe, slow breathing. I said, Mom, don't worry, chant Amitabha. So we go to hospital now. Call up the nearby clinic for oxygen. They brought one oxygen, you know, without mask. They brought one tank. My God, look at these people, you know. So what you want me to do with this tank is for burning the welding machine, you know. No mask. Immediately, you know, at the time when the clinic, she was already like, oh, Now I'm feeling cold. I'm feeling cold. Now I'm feeling I can my eyesight I cannot open. I can see the clouds. I can see the lights. Now my feet is getting very heavy. I cannot walk anymore. My feet is getting very heavy. Quickly, by the time we move her, took her into my car, I chanted Om Mani Padme Hum. I said, her tongue came out already at that time. Her tongue came out. And I pushed the finger inside, push her tongue inside. Says, chant Amitabha in your heart, chant Amitabha in your heart. Push her. That time, I had a masterpiece. My sister was driving, and in the car at the back, I was chanting Om Mani Padme Hum. She was like, eyes closed. Then we rushed to University Hospital. By the time we came to emergency, they took her inside. Then they say, my friend, I'm very sorry. DOA. That was the thing, she said. Huh? What is DOA? Dead on arrival. That was the report. I said, can you please put the body one side? We do not want the body to be disturbed for the next 12 hours when we go back and prepare the house. So we went back, we prepared the house, my sister's house. Because tomorrow is Chinese New Year, we know. You know, Chinese New Year, Chinese very pantang, all this won't come. Anyway, so we don't need to inform so many people, put them into difficulty, just advertise. Advertise in the newspaper. And I called my good friend Reverend Vijeta from the Buddhist temple, and this Lama from the Canggu Rinpoche's center to come and do prayers. And I and the family, ourselves, we do Om Mani Padme Hum. We never burn those money and all this. We didn't do that. We just burn Om Mani, say Om Mani Padme Hum and start chanting mantra. You know, the second day, I tell you, her whole coffin, the light came out from the head area. And when people came and visit, she's so radiant, you could really see, so radiant, the face. No embalming, you know. Her face was radiant. And some of the relatives came. You sure she passed on? She's sleeping, sleeping beauty. That was their remark. So at peace. So at peace. Next day, after that, we sent her for cremation. And when we went back to collect the bones, you know, the guy was saying, wow, your mother must be a very good practitioner. I said, huh? Oh, I only know she know how to Hong Zhong Fat Choi only, you know. I never see her sitting down doing a sadhana or meditation. The only meditation I know is Kok Kok Seng, the sound, you know. Say, wow, you go and see so many relics. Really? This is the second time I saw the relics. The first one was a monk. The mother one was the same relics they had. I said, oh, to me at that time was the prayers. But then later on it couldn't be the prayers. It's external. This is internal. When we pick up the bones, I have shown some of you older people, I think in the website. If you need to see, I can still email to you. So her bones, lady bones are black normally, but her bones was with a rainbow. Bone, but a purple color. Purple color, not red, purple color. There was a yellow lotus, there was a blue lotus growing from the bone. And there were so many other small relics. Rinse it. Now, this is why this story was brought up. she recognized impermanence. She just focused on Amitabha. She went. Later, of course, I gave all this to make sasa, the relics. And she was able to tell me exactly what we learned in the Buddha teachings. The dissolution of the elements, the heat, the water, the fire, the earth, the space, all this disbursement of these elements, she was describing. She was describing what a wonderful teacher she was at that time. Non-selfish, like she was very stable. Just focus on the chanting. And because she has not hurt anybody, she was, today she can argue with you, tonight she can be very good friend with you. That is the beauty of my mother. She forgives very fast. When I was a young boy, I was always angry with her. After that, I forget. Let's play mahjong. Forget it. That is her beauty. She forgives very fast. You know? So even though she was like, not like some like myself, or hopefully one day I get like she don't do that so much, but she still had the sign of somebody who has gone to a better rebirth with the manifestation of relics. Therefore, we should understand everything that exists is impermanent. It's all temporary. We should not hold on to all these emotions that we have. Hold on to all our wealth in that sense. You know. Some of us are so, how you say, worried. We try to stress people, we try to squeeze people, we try to, hopefully we how you say, we are the winners. We try to squeeze and make money for ourselves, for our own good. Always think of the win-win situation. Must always think of how the other person's, how you say, put yourself in the other person's shoe, always. Yeah. Don't always, like, for me, very easy. Every time I go to a shop, I buy things. Okay. So expensive, huh? Is this the best price? Can it come down? Can it come down some more? Okay, that's it. Thank you. I pay. I don't squeeze and squeeze and squeeze until the poor guy's commission also no more. I don't squeeze and squeeze until the guy, like, I just got to close a sale. So just take it, even without making money. Why? If the guy don't make the money, then after that he will feel very regret. I didn't make money, I worked so hard day and night. And this person is just taking away all this money. Why? What's life is? Why like this suffering? So, who is the cause of the suffering of this guy? So, if we can let go, we let go. If you feel you cannot afford it, don't buy. And I tell you, don't believe that all, this is very sensitive, I'm bringing this out now, but this is my journey. And I like to share this journey. Okay. Don't ever be so superstitious like some people. Right? As the saying goes, jumping from the boiling pot into the fire. Why? In today's samsara world, in today's world, people are using religion to con and fall for it. And this is another true story I will tell you. And this guy was blessed. He had the blessing, he had the merits, because just before he did it, he met up with me. And it's not that I'm Buddha or what, but he had the blessing to listen to me, then the decision was his to make. But he made the decision. Why? I say that. So he told me, hey, I got this statue. I want this statue, I want to put in the what you call this, the eternal, the consecration material eternal. You know, there is this place, the famous one now, very popular, start with a K, okay? It's got so many shops, so many things around. I want to take to that place, can I? Hey! I said, be careful, that organization is like this. I'm talking the facts. I'm not adding anything. I'm not minusing anything. Number one, His Holiness Dalai Lama do not recognize that practice, even though it's a Vajrayana. Number two, as the Guru said, whatever you want in this material, it will be granted if you follow that practice. But when you die, your soul will be their soldiers. You can never leave. Not even reborn as an animal. Reborn as an animal, you still got a chance to become a human. But once you join that particular, how you say, practice, no way you can run away. Your soul is contracted to become the soldiers, to become the workers. Huh? Really? This is from what my teacher says. This is from what Dalai Lama says. Okay? If you want to go, please go ahead. Still your choice. Then, is there other place people can ask? Of course. There are other lamas that I know, other organizations I know, who are following. Then who do you think is right? They say this one is wrong, they are right, and they say this is wrong, that is right. I say, we are not enlightened beings, we are not practicing very long. But the Dalai Lama, 6 years old, already entered the monastery. Do you think he want to tell a lie so that his ego can become powerful, so that he can get power? Think about that. You know, Dalai Lama and Mao Zedong sat together, you know. Mao Zedong is no more around, but Dalai Lama is still around. You know. And do you think after all his life journey, he's going to tell something just for the sake of gaining the power? I say, I look at it intelligently. I don't think a person who has accumulated so much spiritual value want to cheat others because of their ego. So I still trust Dalai Lama. Oh, then Yogi, you please help me. So here you are, sometimes you don't see the surface, you know. Oh, people giving food, offering, wow, this one very good, so you go and contribute, and then one day, you see this organization is buying guns, supplying guns to support the IS. Too late to regret. So we have to know that our mind has to be open, has to be clear, and understand. Yes, we are in how you say financial, or we are in prosperity, whatever, difficulty, sickness. All these are impermanent. If you want to do something, do it the procedure where the older people has done it to show us, and do the practice. Yeah. So that is very important, impermanent. Okay. So these are the true stories that I told you about impermanent. Even though how precious the person's life is, how much money the person is, how much power the person is, can't take it with you. Not even one single cent, not even one bit of the power. The only thing that can go with you is the, how do you say, your spiritual practice. what your merits have done, what you have done, the merits. See, for example, you know, at one time people is talking about Lee Kuan Yew, how Lee Kuan Yew, you know, that they don't like him, this and that. But when he died, you know, even you can see people from other world paying respect. That's good enough. That means to say Lee Kuan Yew, what he does is genuinely for the good of his people. When we as a human, we must first understand everything is impermanent, and that whatever we do, we must be responsible to heaven, earth, ourselves. I think that is very important. Okay?